Hello, Scorpio. Welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. This is going to serve for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Scorpio for today the 9th through the 15th, okay? Hopefully everyone is doing well. Hopefully everyone had a chance to go and put some big manifestations out there with this new moon in Leo and this huge Lionsgate portal with everything lining up. And if you didn't, we have a couple of more days because Lionsgate kind of tapers off around the 12th, okay? So this week's readings have been very interesting to me because of a few different reasons, but I do have a couple of angels that have stepped forward. This is very interesting for me. Your angel, or our angel, because you guys know that I'm very heavy Scorpio. Archangel Barbiel is our angel, okay? He rules all of those born in Scorpio signage. The other angel that he brings forward this particular week, which I find very interesting, is Hameliel. Hameliel is the angel of Virgo. Now, the three biggest signs that have transits this week are Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and of course all mixed in with the transits that we have with Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, and you know where we're at with the whole Leo sun energy. The biggest message that I'm getting with the both of these guys together right now is that Scorpio, you've been focusing so hard on something, your tenacity has just been countermount to something. Barbiel recognizes the tenacity that you have, and that's a wonderful thing because that's what we do. We dig in, we do our thing. However, Hameliel is like, give yourself a break. He's like, do something wild for the fun of it. You know, just do it for the sake of taking yourself out of seriousness and getting into playtime. That's very important this particular week, okay? So we of course are going to go in with our Sacred Geometry deck, and this week what they wanted me to do was start with our Oracle of the Radiant Sun. They said it was very important because whatever it is that you were trying to call into yourself at the end of July, which was the beginning of Lionsgate, is going to be very important for you to understand, because a lot of those energies are still carrying forward. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to do a couple of quick shuffles here, and then we'll get into the details. So this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right. Again, guys, these are general reads. Not everything is going to resonate with everyone, so feel free to take what's yours and leave the rest. But if you do have placements on any of those other signs and something seems to like connect, make sure that you take a look at those other signs as well, okay? All right, here we go. The first energy that you are still carrying forward with you this week is affair. So we have Leo energy that is here, hanging out with Mercury. So affair can mean love affair, but it does mean a dealing of some way, shape, or form that is in your energy that you are still carrying forward this particular week, okay? Let's see what else we have going on with that one. Nope, it's not half the deck. That's my bad. Sorry. I said Mercury. That's not correct. It's Venus. I'm sorry. Love affair. Venus and Leo. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, so we have Mars in Pisces, and what we're talking about is escape. So what are you escaping from? What are you escaping to? Okay? Could be a journey for some people. The third card that comes up is Libra energy. This one is titled Influence. So this is a warning. This is Mercury for sure. This influence, okay? Are you being influenced by someone? Are you trying to influence someone? Those are huge energies that are playing into this week. Is there another? One more, they said. All right. The last card that we have is Devotion. Again, Libra energy coming in with the energy of Saturn. So Saturn is the planet of expansion. I think everybody knows that, right? So what are you devoting yourself to within this Libra love energy? Now, the reason why that is so important, you started something recently. It's going to culminate this particular week with all of the moon changes that happen between Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio this particular week. Now, let's go ahead and pull the Sacred Geometry card, and let's see what we have got. Libra, excuse me. Sorry, I've got Libra placements really heavy in my mind. Scorpio. Here we go. All right, we do have quite a bit of information to get through as far as different transits, but I can tell you guys that Wednesday, Friday the 13th, and Sunday are going to be probably some very auspicious and awesome days, okay? Now, the card that we have here is the Awakening card, and it's talking about subconscious evolution and Akashic record detail. There's another card that will follow this one, okay? You're on the cusp of something that is brand new. This is a very sacred card, 0, starting something new, like the energy of the Fool in one sense. It's possible that some of you might want to, if you didn't call it into your expressive self within the next several days, because again, we have until the 12th with this big energy that's popping through with Lionsgate. It's possible that you might want to consider getting an Akashic reading or asking your angels and spirit guides to work with you on anything that they can share with you based upon your Akash or your past life information that's most important for you to bring forward at this point, okay? All right, here we go. I'm not surprised that we got this. I was not expecting, well, I was expecting a frequency card. I was expecting a different card to come out, but that's all right. This is about you and not me. We've got, well, you know what I mean. Card number 27, 528 hertz is extremely important again this week for some of you. This is talking about transformation and miracles, okay? So 528 hertz is going to be supportive for you in this next stage of your evolution and awakening. So Scorpio, automatically, I'm talking to some of the folks that are highly awake, all of us woke folks, if you will, highly awake. And again, the universe is saying, we know how persistent you've been, how tenacious you've been. Those are very good qualities to have, but you are being invited to go in and take a break this particular week. So let us go ahead and get into the details for this week. All right. So on Monday, which is today, the majority of the energy that is taking place right now is between Venus and Virgo. So what's happening is that Leo moon transitions out, and the moon in Virgo starts to transition in. We also have Neptune and Pisces playing a role that is basically the moon. We also have Pisces, Neptune, the moon energy, which is in opposition to that whole moon entering into the sign of Virgo. So what that does mean is that there's going to be a lot of dreamy energy. There's going to be a lot of clairvoyant opportunities for people to come through. Venus is going to step in with ability to support your throat chakra and communicate different types of things of love. Mars is here, capping it off with understanding. So there's a different level of understanding that's going to take place this particular week, and it does have things to do with your will and your persistence. So no joke that, you know, Leo and Venus and Virgo are all taking place today. It's a lot. Let's go ahead and lay down. Okie dokie then. Here we go. So today's energy, what we have is a double, okay? They said to leave both of these here. We have the Two of Swords energy and we have the Two of Wands energy. So that's definitely a decision that is going to need to be made, or is coming up in your consideration, your factor today. Wow. 2-2 energy. Today is the energetic day of 22, just so that you know. If you do the numerology, today is a 22 energy day, okay? So universe is talking. Here we go. Can I get the energy for Tuesday, please, for our Scorpio? So on Tuesday, or tomorrow, the moon in Virgo does its dance with with a trine between Neptune in Taurus, but then also Mercury in Leo has got an opposition to Aquarius in Saturn. Okay, so that airy, fairy, dreamy energy. What we have here is the energy of the devil. That's Capricorn energy for sure, to put the signage that's out there. Let me get the energy for Wednesday. We have the energy of the Fool. Okay, so this energy that's popping up here for everyone is important for you to pay attention to, because that is the beginning of, you know, kind of what we had here. I kind of mentioned that already. The energy of the Fool that we have here is supportive for bringing in new opportunities. It is the energy of blind faith. It is the energy of feeling comfortable at this point to put something new into your vortex. So something that you've called in is going to be very important. Now Wednesday we have the conjunction of the moon in Virgo going into Venus in Virgo. Okay, so that's very important. So that is actually going to be a really great day. There's a lot of other different types of transits and transitions that happen, but those are the two biggest items. And so I would feel really, really awesome about having a new situation show up where Virgo, our hermit, who's talking about perfection of service, is marrying literally Venus at this particular moment, wanting everybody to look good, feel good, smell good with the new opportunity. So I think this is, I think that's awesome, right? Let's get to the Thursday energy. Thursday is kind of a big deal because the moon itself transitions into the sign of Libra. So focus on balance. We also have the moon in Libra with an opposition to Chiron and Aries. We've talked about Chiron before. We've talked about personal responsibility, because that's what Chiron wants you to recognize, okay? So you got the moon transiting into Libra. You've got it kind of after lunchtime. You've got this whole situation where the whole Chiron aspect kicks into play for people. And what that does is it's asking you with that energy of Uranus, the Fool, okay, and the steady eddy situation that's going on with Taurus, which would have been the energy from Tuesday. So this devil energy comes into play. This is come to terms day. So this is the Page of Swords. Almost said the Knight. Sorry, this is the Page of Swords. This indicates a couple of different things. A, taking a look behind you about what you've done, what you've been involved with. That would be the whole Aries and Chiron situation, asking you to own up to your personal responsibility in the situation. For some of you, it definitely means taking a look backwards. And I would say taking a look at how far you've come, some of the different decisions that you've made maybe, but it is a come to terms type of a day, okay? The other thing that it can very much indicate is that there's something that's going to develop with communication and clarity for some of you when it comes to what you see or read on the interwebs or some sort of social media, okay? It's possible that someone is paying attention to you as well. And we'll leave it at that. Friday the 13th for our Scorpios. That was super fast. And I'm going to take that as well. So we have the combination of the Five of Swords along with Scorpio. Okay, so on Friday the 13th, it is an awesome day because the moon enters into the sign of Scorpio by the evening. What you're going to be dealing with in the daytime, however, is letting go or at least addressing any of the conflict, negative behaviors. If you've been doing any negative self-talk or things of that nature, then that's going to be something that you're going to want to pay attention to. But also, if there is an argument to be had, you are going to win the argument. The only other thing I have to say about that, because I always do, is that when that Five of Swords comes up, you are going to win the battle, but at what cost? How much energy you're going to put into this whole situation that pops up? I don't know what you got going on. What I would say about us Scorpios, well, is that, you know, we do have a lot of discernment, and we do things from like this level, like we see kind of what's going on. So if we say something, it's done. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't take a lot to rattle us when we do take a look at things from below the surface. But when it gets to the point of us dealing with something and it has to be dealt with, step back. I would watch yourself. So if you're cross-watching because you're dealing with the Scorpio, hopefully your stuff is together. All right, let's take a look at what's going on with Saturday's energy. So we have a couple of things that's happening. Ooh, I like this. There's a bird that's being dropped on Saturday with that 10 of Wands. We have Scorpio, which is going to be in a square with Saturn and Aquarius. So that expansive, airy-fairy energy that we have going on with tenacity. So that could be a challenge for some people. But we also have this gorgeous energy with the Neptune in Pisces. Okay, so the moon energy being lit up by the Leo sun. So anything that is coming from a perspective of Scorpio, 8th house, behind the scenes type of detail that needs to go, looks like is getting ready to go. Okay, so that's the energy that we have on Saturday. Like I said, on Sunday the 15th, Scorpio has so many different transits. We've got transits with Pluto, we've got transits with Saturn, we've got transits with Leo. We've got, I mean, we're all over the board. We're all over the actual place, okay, on this particular day. But when the moon in Scorpio goes into square with that whole Aquarius and Jupiter energy, I think that it's going to be very auspicious because, especially for Scorpio, you will have gotten what it is that you need in order to have seen through, and that's going to be a gorgeous type of a situation right there. By the end of the evening, Venus actually enters into the sign of Libra. So if there had been any contentious type of energy, Libra comes in and tries to balance some things out and takes a little bit of pressure off, right? Okay, so let's see what we've got for our Scorpios on Sunday thing. Well, we've got the 3 of Wands in the reverse position. So that is an opportunity to kind of slow down a little bit. Now, what I have in the bottom of the deck is the 2 of Pentacles, removing yourself from a situation that was not justified for you, unbalanced, something that was taking too much of your energy. It may have been a long-term situation. I don't think it really was, though. I think this is a temporary situation that kind of had you in your thoughts, may have created some opportunities of self-doubt, could have affected some people's sleep, but at the end of the day, what it boils down to is you coming to a healing process, and so that's gorgeous energy. I take that all day long and twice on Sunday, right? So I'm going to put these little dudes over here. And again, this awakening, this realization, this epiphany that shows up here is part of your awakening process. And again, this is about us being in our Scorpio energy with transformation and miracles that definitely are going to take place, okay? Give yourself a break, relax, take a knee, have some fun, is what the universe is trying to tell you. Now, let's get nitty and gritty. Let's get down into the details. Let's first focus on this pairing for today, on the energy of today. There is a decision that has to be made. You're going to have to make one, okay? It's not necessarily an easy one, but what the universe is trying to tell you with these double twos showing up here is that the decision that you make is a lot easier than you're giving yourself credit for, because the universe doesn't care if you go left or right, especially when this card shows up, right? Whatever it is that's going to show up for you, whatever the options are, they are well thought out decisions, and they're both going to be a good decision. So take the blinders off, put the swords down, and make a decision to walk somewhere. Let's see what we've got. Scorpio. Past energy had something to do with a new relationship, potentially. Page of Cups is coming in wanting to offer someone this new cup of love or this new emotional experience. Some of you, this is very much going to be around relationship. Not all of you, but let's go ahead and dig into this, okay? Where you're at now with these 2 choices, or these choices that's going to be taking place or presenting itself to you. Let's see, where's our Scorpio at now with current energy? Where you're at now is the 6 of Wands. Sorry, I almost counted that as 8. This is the 6 of Wands. This is maybe going through some arguments. This is maybe going through a little bit of a battle, but again, you winning the argument if there has been something, even if it was mentally within yourself, okay? If you're going through it with someone else, I'm getting 2 different individuals, 2 different people, so 2 different scenarios for Scorpio as far as relationship. Guy A or guy B, or gal A or gal B, it doesn't really make a difference. 2 different energies. One of them is the challenge. You're trying to figure out which is the most right. You're going to know because someone is going to reveal their true colors. The information that needs to come out today is going to come out. 7 of Swords energy is what we're getting all day long. And I'm going to take one more card on that. fudge. We got the Capricorn energy coming up, which leads into the energy of Capricorn for tomorrow. Okay, so Capricorn in the reverse position is finding yourself, removing yourself from the energy of someone that's maybe draining you, doesn't necessarily have your best intentions, may not be doing it purposefully, but at the same time they're doing it, and you're finally realizing that energy pattern is not working for you. You know, the best thing about Virgo is that they are, excuse me, I keep doing that, because I know it's important this week. The best thing about our Capricorn friends is their duty and their level of perseverance when it comes to different things that are going on, right? But sometimes it's a little bit too much. So if this situation revolves around you and you're dealing between two different people or two different ideas or two different energies, one of them is right for you and you are going to be making the correct decision about which one you need to drop. There's no way of denying it, okay? Even if this is not a relationship, okay? Even if it's not a relationship and it's whatever the decision is that needs to be made for you, although I feel strongly for some of you guys, this is going to be heavily on relationship. But even if it wasn't, rest assured by the end of the night, you'll have made the right decision about this Capricorn or this Capricorn energy. So let's jump right into Tuesday. Let's figure out what's going on with this Capricorn here, okay? Thank you, universe. Someone has had a really good time with someone, I can tell you that. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse position. So one of the energies for sure is not stable. With the King of Pentacles in the reverse position, it very much can indicate that Capricorn himself or herself with that King of Pentacles, okay? Yes. Three of Swords energy, being done with it, releasing and healing yourself. The World, though, being in the reverse position means that there might be, the reason why they're still in your energies, because there's something that is not quite finished. Let me take one more card on that. Oh, there it is. But it needs to be. You've got the Ten of Swords that's showing up here. So someone is struggling and trying to make a decision between two parties or releasing yourself from one for the betterment of the other. The universe is going, yeah, you need to do that. All day long and twice on Sunday, okay? And you are going to do it with swimming colors. So when you free yourself up from one energy, you now have the energy that you need on this Wednesday with this Moon in Virgo in conjunction with Venus in Virgo with this Fool energy that wants to come through, okay? So that Neptunian energy that was in the sign of Pisces, okay? Taurus, I beg your pardon. I have to call it. It could also be a Taurus or it could also be a Virgo with this Earth sign. Comes through. Yeah, you're going to release yourself from something that you found out was just not for you. You're going to work yourself through it in order to close that cycle. That's what's going on here. That's why you're going to end up having this energy of this argument on Friday. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead, but Wednesday, this Fool energy, let's see what we've got. Yep, Knight of Cups. So someone in your energy, this could be you, in the past not feeling in your capacity to be completely available as far as a relationship or stable in your feelings, kind of going through your feels, which there's nothing wrong with that. You got the Five of Pentacles in the reverse position. So if you have just gone through this separation or this change in the relationship status that you realize has to happen on at least by tomorrow as you're working through it, you're releasing yourself from feeling as though you are you're healing. You're healing from that whole situation. The Five of Pentacles in reverse does definitely indicate that you are now feeling not. What's the word I want to use? You're not feeling abandoned. There's no abandonment in this particular situation. You're getting together. You're getting your feels together. Woohoo! So we have a couple of different cards that are going to present themselves here. First, it puts you back into this whole Aries mix. The Emperor energy that comes through is like getting yourself reorganized, your self-will being reasserted. It could be that you've got the energy of Aries in your, or there could be an Aries that is going to be presenting themselves to you. We do have a story because, again, I feel that there's more than one energy. So let me go ahead and pull this down from that area, okay? We have the... We have the Six of Pentacles that's in the reverse position, indicating that there was lack of balance, not enough give and take. Now we have the energy of Leo coming in here with the Strength card in the upright position. It could be a Leo that's one of the parties that we're dealing with as an option, but at the other end of the spectrum, the Leo is talking about your self-expression, restoring your self-expression. And the Ace of Cups comes in here to help you do that, okay? So it's a restoration of body, mind, and spirit, which is necessary because this is what you're doing. You're releasing this Ten of Rods. If you hadn't really considered it, by the time you get to Saturday, you will. And then this situation is going to allow you to get that rest and release yourself from that drama that you were kind of putting yourself in. Remember, this is kind of what showed up here. You are going to be making a decision to drop something so that you can get past this Nine of Swords energy, and you absolutely are on the mend. So take that for what it is worth for you on that Wednesday, okay? Okay, Venus is going to shine the light on what that balance is. That's what's going on with that basic, with that energy. This is going to be a very interesting one for some people. So therefore, when we get to Thursday, we got this Page of Swords. Someone is still paying attention to you is what I'm gathering from it, but you're also taking a look back as the moon starts to transition into Libra. Did I do the right thing? Was this the right thing to do? That Chiron and Aries is what I feel is starting to crop itself up on Wednesday. So some of you guys are feeling that energy, what your personal responsibility was in the situation. Was I being overbearing? Was I not, was I the one, it's that shoulda, woulda, coulda type of energy. And I feel that that's not necessary because you're definitely going to be moving forward. So don't talk yourself out of your own success. That's the first thing I want to say. Let's find out more about this Page of Swords for Scorpio here. Okie dokie. So we definitely have a couple of cards. Two of Cups. Ooh, we have yes, we have another one. We have the Queen of Wands and the Two of Cups that shows up. And so the Queen of Wands is talking about an entrepreneurial energy. It's talking about having enough passion to do what you need to do with the creator energy, with that feminine, let's start getting it done, okay? The energy is going to support you because look at this. Oh my gosh, you had the Two of Cups in the reverse position. Now you have the Two of Swords in the reverse position. The decision has been made about which individual is the right one for you. No longer being codependent. That's what I'm actually getting out of this. I wanted it to show up this way, but what I do show is that you're releasing yourself from this Nine of Pentacles codependency type of situation. And whoever dude was, or gal was, or whatever the situation is, you're justified in walking away from it because it was absolutely no longer serving you, okay? Now, let's move forward to Friday the 13th. Dun, 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 dun. If someone in your past was trying to step forward on Thursday, looking over your shoulder, sending you additional messages, watching out for you, that type of stuff, and this leads you to the conflict where you're about ready to lay them out, because this is you going through this transformation and change, trying to support yourself with this transformation and change. Being right on target, by the way. You have to do this, okay? What do we have for Scorpio? Regarding your Wheel of Fortune, but not necessarily just financial as far as what's going on here. Feeling as though you might have had a lost opportunity in the past with something. Jupiter coming in, like I said, to try to help. May not have been able to take advantage of that in the past. Although it's setting itself up, it was winding itself up in order to make this happen. What's the current energy on this particular day then, please? Clarify. Thank you. Clarity comes through. This is more Libra energy for me at this particular moment. Clarity, but also it's the clarity of mind, but doing it in a heartfelt manner with whatever it is that needs to be said as far as communication. Very strong communication, but more of loving, more so than what the Queen would do. The King is very careful, very intellectual, knows what he wants, but he's not putting his energy out there. He's just saying his piece and count to three, okay? Very discerned as well. Woohoo! Okay, here's our story. So, yep, wow, okay. Spirit is talking today. So you've gone through this type of situation before with the Nine of Wands. The energy of the universe is saying to you from a spiritual perspective, you've been through this already, but you know what to do now. We're asking you to realize that you've got one more in you, okay? They are trying to give you the warning about this whole energy of this magician that's sitting here. This is Mercury coming in to kind of do a little bit of play. Don't challenge yourself when it comes to that decision with Mercury. Sagittarius energy is here. Temperance is here to help you. Archangel Gabriel is doing work in the behind the scenes to create the right situation for you. If you didn't already realize it, getting you set up to manage these Two of Pentacles. Balancing things out, okay? You're going to be in a position to understand what to do with that pentacle. Is basically what this universe is trying to tell you at this particular moment. So then when we get to the energy of Saturday, you've made a decision to drop something. You've made the decision. You've delivered your cosmic package. You have done everything that you can do in this particular situation. You're done. Your burden is done. Whatever it is. Okay? Okay. Yes. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse position. The Moon card. And the Page of Pentacles. Okay. So, you had an awareness. Now, this is not going to apply to all of you, but some of you, you're gonna realize that your involvement with this individual, you knew that there was a little bit of weirdness with it, but you were willing to try to do it anyway. Nothing wrong with that. The moon brings out the best of us when it comes to our intuition. So not to challenge your intuition, you were very intuitive about understanding the dynamics between this set of individuals, or your set of energy intermingled with these two different parties, okay? But now that Ten of Wands has been dropped, now you're at a point where you're ready to start investing in something really, really quickly. So that Seven of Pentacles in the reverse position is actually good for the current energy for that day, because it means that you are willing to take a pentacle or two and invest in yourself. And that's what the Page of Pentacles is talking about. Long-term gain, long-term growth, long-term stability is what that means. And more so than just financial or anything like that. Mentally, spiritually, physically, okay? Because that's what the Pentacles are all about, right? The physical, tangible, touchable things that we need to be able to have in our lives. So don't worry about making this decision, because you're going to come out ahead. So on Sunday, though, what we have is this Three of Wands, okay? So the energy is the distraction of, or the breakdown of a collaboration with someone. Even if it's your collaboration with, well, I don't really want to say that you're not collaborating with spirit, but basically you've made the decision that you cannot move forward the way that you thought you were going to move forward. Okay, let's get some more details about this. Whoops. Yeah, well, you had some conflicts within your own self, obstacles and challenges that you needed to be able to manage, prior energies coming into it. We got the Lovers in reverse, and we also have the Tower in reverse. So what I feel very strongly is that some of you realize that you're dodging a bullet by dropping this person or this situation. And then, beg your pardon. Thought I had it on Do Not Disturb, sorry. You're challenging your clarity in this particular situation. You may have felt as though that you were a little bit clouded, but I don't feel that that's the case at all. I think what you're finding is that one of the energies was creating a situation for you that they were doing the most. And I don't want to say purposely confuse you, but I do want to say that they were clouding your judgment. But at the end of the day, you walk out of this smelling like a rose with this Ten of Pentacles, because Stella's getting her groove back. Okay? And that's important, because sometimes if you thought you were making a decision and you felt like you had to make this decision, like, oh, I'm so ready to move forward with this person and this, that, and the other thing, you realize that there's enough information that you do not have, or information that still has yet to come, that needs to be about creating your stability going forward. Well, that's what you get at the end, because you made the decision to not move forward with this individual or this particular situation. This is glorious. This is someone owning and managing their shit, right? And I love when people take control of the situation when they do stuff like that. The bottom of the deck we have on the little minis is this 5 the 5 of Swords in the reverse position, completely releasing yourself from any of the mental trappings that was going on here. And if this person was coming from your past with this 6 of Cups energy, and you thought that you were supposed to be doing something with this particular person, your judgment prevailed. Your higher judgment came in, transformation, rebirth about the situation, and healing is occurring. Definitely is occurring. Okay, this situation, again, I feel like the universe is kind of stepping in to help support you dodge a bullet. Sorry to say it that way, but that's kind of what's up. Again, at the end of the day, you must drop something. It's going to clear up any confusion or anxiety or lack of sleep, or even if you feel it was a short-term investment or short-term involvement that you had with someone, you're going to be totally fine with this healing, okay? It's what's necessary for you. And again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a Capricorn, but let's go back to this. There was a love affair of some sort. What are you escaping from or escaping to? How much influence did this person have over you? And why are you devoted to something that's dead? That's the energy that you're carrying forward. Let's jump in. You cleared all that out. You're going to be making some rocking decisions this particular week. I'm so excited for some people here. Again, if it had nothing to do with a personal one-on-one relationship, you definitely have 2 individuals or 2 sets of ideas or 2 sets of competing things going on in your world that are going to be completely cleared by the end of this week. So if you were looking for a little bit more clarity when it comes to a decision that has to be made, this is the week where you're going to be completely you're just going to be on top of it. So unfortunately, you got to go through the feels a little bit, but that's it. That is what it is, right? So go do something fun for yourself. That's one of the quick ways that they want you to and I would say it's probably going to be more along that Wednesday where the moon is in Virgo, and then it does that dance with the conjunction with Venus as well. That's a loving day. Go love on yourself that day. Get yourself the energy and the strength that you need. You're going to find that you're going to take care of the situation extremely well. We always do. All right, let's get an advice card from the angel. Is there anything else that you want to let Scorpio know about this particular situation this week that would be supportive for them, please? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Have courage and bravery in the situation that comes up for yourself this week within making the decisions, because you can do this. If there's anybody that can, it's going to be Scorpio, okay? I have not been called to do this for any of the other signs, but I am going to call on the therapy angels because I'm being told this is important. We are going to go in with the, we do have another oracle deck that we're going to pull out, but they wanted me to interrupt this one and go with the therapy angels for Scorpio. Magical dimensions is the one. Yeah, be willing to forgive. I'm not surprised about that one. So listen, if someone's run you through it and you feel like you've been in a situation, well, why did I let myself take this situation as far as I did? Don't worry about it. You learned the lesson from it. I know you did, okay? You for sure did. So be willing to forgive yourself and be willing to forgive the other person. But more importantly, ask the angels to come help you. Ask Archangel Raphael to come in and help you. Archangel Michael to come in and help you. You can ask Barbiel, our angel. You can also ask for Hameliel to come in and help. This group of people wants to come in and help you through this transition so that you can find the joy in knowing that you can go do something else. But ask the angels to clear your mind of any past pain, okay, in exchange for peacefulness and joy. I think that's lovely. Okay, so we're going to go in with your additional activator, and then we're going to jump back into the sacred geometry, round this out for you, okay? I feel like this was a very short reading, but at the same time, I feel it was jam-packed with information. That makes sense to me. So the card that we have here is card 21, which reduces to a 3, which is a catalyst number, but it is also expansion. It's expansion of who you are as an individual, okay? What we have here is higher perspective, which is talking about the cosmos, right? Awakening and unity. You can't make this stuff up. So that's the activator that's here. So Scorpio, you're right on time to be receiving this next level detail for yourself. And again, I just want to put it together with this one. You are going through an awakening, okay? This is kind of this is an awakening. This is higher learning for you. This is taking those lessons. This is evolution. This is you evolving and graduating to the next step, all right? Again, I would step in and ask your angels to help you where possible access your Akashic records. I'm not an Akashic reader, but maybe you want to get an Akashic reading from somebody. But I would start with your angels just to kind of find out what else they might be able to help share with you that's going to be useful, okay, in this particular situation. So I do want to start off with the awakening card, because here is the mantra that would go with it if you want to be able to do this. The greatest teacher is my soul. I am awakening and experience my soul communicating with me now in all that I do. The greatest teacher is my soul. I am awakening and experience my soul communicating with me now in all that I do. One more time. The greatest teacher is my soul. I am awakening and experience my soul communicating with me now in all that I do. And so it is. I love that one. Your high rate, I think one of the things that they wanted me to try to articulate is that not all the people that are in our experience are vibrating at the same level that we're on. That's not a slam on anyone, because we're all going through our different paths and trajectories at different time. But one of those individuals that you're dealing with right now is not on your vibratory pattern at all. And the more you spend time with this individual, you know that you feel less and less and less like yourself. So that's a hard decision, especially if it's someone from your past. If it's someone that you do have a definite connection with, but that person's not serving you, so they got to go. You always have to take you with you wherever you go in this world. You know what I mean? So you might as well be the highest vibrational version of yourself that you can, and don't feel negative about dropping somebody that's, giving you some drama. Therefore, as you're working on yourself, okay, or asking the angels to help work on you, this card here, the 528 Hertz, is going to be able to support you, okay? You need to honor this. And you can't control the course that you're on at this point, because now the universe is stepping in. But you need to work with this frequency by playing the tone, meditating. You can write. You can even search for a teacher to help you on your path, like I said. This may be one-on-one within a workshop, one-on-one or within a workshop. I would feel that if you really are called to get an Akashic reading, it would be a one-to-one session, okay? So, wow, there must have been a reason why I brought this bad boy out. What did I do with it? The crystal medicine that they would want you to work on or work with whilst you're going through this meditative process. I was called to pull out my Herkimer diamond today. This is the first suggestion that they have. This is an extremely large specimen. I've had Herkimer diamonds that were very tiny, and I always lose them, but that's why I wanted a big, meaty one. So this is a Herkimer diamond, okay? They are asking you to work with Larimar, which is blue, to help cool your jets a little bit and open up the throat chakra for communication. That Herkimer diamond, apophyllite pyramids, not in reach. Very powerful. They're tiny but mighty. And then also any type of clear quartz that you could get into, and you can just program it and hold it in your hands and ask the universe to, be a higher vibratory crystal to help awaken. All right, and it will do that. So you are definitely on a transition course right now. I would not feel bad if you were, I wouldn't feel bad about anything that's going on, because very clearly you're on track and you were going through these relationships and you were going through this situation with this individual to learn this lesson. And at the end of the day, you're going to be totally fine. Okay, Scorpio, I have talked long enough. Hopefully you were able to find and resonate with this reading, or at least find it informational. If you did, I would appreciate it if you toss me up a like. You can comment below. Make sure that you share it out with other people if you feel inclined that someone else would be a beneficial recipient to the way that I deliver content. And if you're just browsing and you liked this, please consider subscribing. I put out messages every week for each of the signs individually. And other than that, I am available for booking, so please take a look at the description box below if you really want to dig in and pull some of this more meaty information out. I love doing one-to-one readings. It's part of my jam. It's one of the reasons that I'm here on the planet, so I'm more than happy to help anyone that needs support in that manner. Otherwise, again, take a look at your sun, your moon, your rising, and your north node. That's so important, people. Otherwise, many, many, many blessings. Thank you so much, and we will talk to you next week. Bye for now, Scorpio.